Hey everyone, today I am filming an empties video and I've got no makeup on because I need to put some on for filming, so I thought I would film it, and while I'm doing that I'll chat to you and show you my current favourite skincare products and some of the makeup that I like at the moment, and also sort of talk through a few things to do with dry skin because I have really dry skin, so I'll sort of show you how I apply my makeup to stop it looking too scaly and awful. So I'm just going to crack on with it. Hair is out my face. So all I've done so far is cleanse my face, and to do that I use the Merumaya Melting Cleansing Balm. This is hands down my favourite skincare product of all time. It's fantastic. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. You massage it into your skin, it melts your makeup away, and then I just use a muslin cloth, damp muslin cloth, to remove it, which is nice because it has a little bit of exfoliating action in it too. I don't really like harsh scrubby exfoliators. I find that they tend to break out this area, which is quite sensitive. So the next step is well, it says it's a toner, cleansing toner. It's this one from Botanics, the Cleansing All Bright Toner. I think this is meant to be a dupe of the Pixie Glow Tonic, which I prefer, but I don't have any of it at the moment, and I've got half a bottle of this to use up. This acts as an exfoliator as well, so all I do is I put a little bit onto a cotton pad and I just concentrate on the areas that get really dry. So for me that's my nose, my forehead, and sort of this area. So that's the only places that I'm going to use it. My next step is moisturiser. At the moment I'm using the Celestial Moisturiser from Lush. I used to only ever use this at night because it's quite heavy, but my skin's been getting drier and drier, so I'm now finding that this is pretty perfect for me every day. And so I just dot that on and rub it in. And I rub it in really well to make sure that it's sunk in. And I know all the beauty places, and you know, I trained as a beautician, they do tell you not to put moisturiser under here, but I do it because my under eyes are really dry. The next product that I use is a facial oil, and this has really helped my dry skin. Over the last couple of months my skin's just freaked out and it's got even drier than normal, and everything that I've put on it, no matter what type of makeup, even BB creams, look cakey and dry and just flake off. This has helped me a lot. So this is the Merumaya, what's it called, the Everything Everywhere Beauty Oil. And I got a little sample of this with an order I did with them, and I loved it so much that I bought the full size. Now it is a little bit pricey, I think it's about £30 for this bottle, but I'm literally going to use 2 drops, well, more like a drop and a half, and that is going to be enough. So it's going to last a really long time. However, if it is out of your budget, Superdrug do a really nice one in their B skincare range. It smells of like roses and it's really nice, so, and it's more affordable. So basically I just rub it between my fingertips, and then with my ring fingers I just sort of massage it into the corners of my under eyes, then take what's left up underneath my eyes. Again, really with eye products you should be putting them just on the bone because the skin's so thin that the product travels up, but my under eyes are really dry, so I put it all the way up. Then I just take what's left over the rest of my face, in concentrating on the areas where I'm really dry. So my forehead and my cheeks and my nose, especially the tip. I'm going to start with the primer, and I don't really know how much faith I put in primers to make your makeup stay on. I'm not really convinced that they make that much difference, but I like this one from B, which is their Illuminating Primer, because it's illuminating. It looks nice on the skin, gives you like a nice glow, and I've got hardly any left, so I am literally fighting with the packaging trying to get the last amount of it off. You don't need that much, just a little blob. Just gonna pop that all over my face. So for foundation, what I've been using, I discovered this again recently, and I'm just hoping that they still make this because I haven't used it in ages. It is the Lizzle Sheer Skin Tint. It's got an SPF of 15 in it, and it basically is exactly what it says on the tube. It's a sheer skin tint. You're not going to get a lot of coverage from this. It's just going to make your skin look nice and a bit more even. Then to go along with it, I've got the Gosh foundation drops. The lightest shade is 002, that's what I've got. And I'm just going to add just a couple of drops just to give a bit more coverage. Then I just mix it between my fingers, and then I'm going to apply it with my hands. Now that's my other tip, because as soon as a brush gets near my face and I start buffing, all the flakes start coming up on my forehead. So I find that using my fingers is much more forgiving. So I'm just going to apply it like so. So yeah, for more mature skin or for really dry skin, I find it's better to use a bit less coverage on your foundation, and then just go in and pinpoint any blemishes with concealer. So I've just kind of spread it all around. It's mostly blended in. I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and just make sure there's no areas that are not blended. The next step for me is a little bit of colour correcting. I know it's kind of trendy at the moment, but I really think unless you really need to colour correct, then avoid putting more and more products on your skin. It just makes you look like you've got heavier coverage on, and again, it ages you. It's not particularly flattering. So only colour correct where you need to colour correct. And for me, that is under my eyes, because as you can see, I've got some pretty dark circles going on there. And I have a few red patches. I have this red patch here that has been there for months and won't go, and a couple of little blemishes around there, so I'm going to colour correct those. I'm going to start with the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and Real Techniques brush. This is a Bold Metals 200 brush, and I'm just taking a tiny bit, and then I'm just going to press it on to the under eye. Do we have to make that face? Apparently so. And I'm really just pushing it in to that area where it's really dark. I'm not putting it all the way under. To be honest, I'd rather have a little bit of eye bag showing than it look really horrible and crepey. This is quite a creamy product, so it does crease, and I have to set it fairly quickly, but even so it still creases on me because I have got crow's feet and, you know, lines under my eyes. So just a really small amount. I've seen videos of people putting an absolute crap ton of this stuff on and saying it's like a primer for your concealer. Maybe when you're 22, not when you're 37. Well, not when you're 37 with my skin anyway. I've got a little corrector palette from Freedom. I don't love this, but I don't have another one that's vegan. The only one I've got that is good is a Graftobian one, and it's not vegan. So I'm on the hunt for a good green corrector. I'm not sure how well that Becca formula will last on my face, which is why I'm a bit hesitant to buy the green one, but you know, I might give it a try. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender, the pointy end, dip in to the green, and I'm not using very much, just a really small amount, and I'm just tapping it really lightly over the red patch. And what I would say is try not to take this everywhere, just on the redness, because what green does to areas that are not red is makes you look really ashy. So you don't want to then have to colour correct the ashiness. So yeah, there we go. I've put a little bit too much on there, so I'm just going to use the other side of my beauty blender to just knock it back a bit. So for concealer, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I've got light neutral and fair neutral. This one's way too light for me, and this one's just a little bit too dark, so I mixed the two. But I do like this concealer. I don't like it as much as my NARS one, the Radiant Creamy Concealer, but I do like it. So I'm going in with light neutral first. I'm really just dabbing a tiny bit on, just where I need a little bit of extra coverage. And I'm just going to take the lighter one and just put a little tiny bit in, just to lighten that up a bit. Because like I say, it's a wee bit dark. If you don't want to use Urban Decay because of the whole parent company thing, Collection Cosmetics, their Lasting Perfection Concealer is really good. Again, I'm in between two shades in that, so I have to mix the lightest and the darkest one. So I'm just going to go back to my beauty blender, just blend out my concealer. Also, I'm going to put on my eyelids as well, so I don't need a separate primer. For the rest of my face, I like the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Loose Powder. Sorry, the sun's really reflecting through that window. I really like this powder. It makes your skin feel set. That's the only way I can describe it. I hate that feeling of tackiness on the skin, and although it doesn't feel that tacky right now, it will do later if I don't. So I'm going to use this palette from Makeup Revolution. It is the Newtrals versus Newtrals palette, and I love this palette. This is one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes that I own. Start by putting this colour in the crease, and I'm using a Bdellium 785 eyeshadow brush to do that. It's just quite a fluffy brush. Just use my finger to stop it going too far down. I did say to myself that I wasn't going to do any makeup videos till I got my new camera, which is why I'm not doing anything close up, because this camera is not good enough for that really. So this is really just for me to show you the products I like at the moment, and to talk about how annoying it is to have dry skin in your 30s, late 30s. I'm going to use this sort of reddy brown. I've lost the piece of plastic that has the shade names on, unfortunately. I hate when companies do that. I wish they'd print them on the back, but they didn't. So yeah, I'm just taking a slightly smaller brush, putting that a bit lower down. And I just go back to my original brush and just blend it out. I don't want anything harsh when I'm just going to the office. I'm basically just going to go back and forth until I'm happy, which won't take very long because I'm keeping it light. With that same brush, I'm just going to go into this darkest brown colour here. It is a matte one. Same brush. Just put a little bit of that through, just to knock the redness back a bit. Forehead looks really shiny. Don't know why. For the lid, I'm going to use a bit of a flatter brush. I don't know if you can really see that, but I think this is an MUA brush. It just says Pro 11 eyeshadow on it. Pretty sure it's from MUA. And I'm going to use this colour, like the nice goldy shimmer, which in this light is hard to tell doing the others. It's really nice though. I think that crease colour is too red, so I'm going to go back to that darker brown and just deepen it a bit. I'm not digging it. Okay, that last little bit I obviously didn't press record, which is really annoying, but all I did was, after I caught up the other eye, I put a little bit of this shimmery brown over the top of the lid, and then I also put that underneath my lower lash line. And now I'm going to add some eyeliner. This is the Gosh Extreme Gel Liner in bronze, which is not bronze, it's brown, dark brown, but it's really nice colour. Normally when I do eyeliner I have my face like right up close to the mirror, but obviously I can't do that because it's down there and you won't be able to see anything. Right, I'm going to put this pencil in my waterline. It is the Gosh Velvet Touch eyeliner in Renaissance Gold. Mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex for the simple reason that it's the only one I've got right now that's vegan. I don't have any other vegan mascaras. I find it really hard to do lower lashes with this. I usually do them with a little mini fan brush because I don't like this one, but I forgot to bring one down. A bit. I don't know if you can see, I just totally got mascara everywhere. Gonna get a cotton bud. I'm using the Gosh eyebrow pencil in grey brown. When I trained in makeup, no one gave a crap about eyebrows. We didn't even go over it. Next up, I'm gonna warm my face up a little bit. I'm gonna use this Milani Amber Nectar Illuminating Face Powder. The lid broke off. And this is a B finishing brush. I use this as a bronzer because I'm pale, but for my deeper skinned friends, this probably would not come off as a bronzer. So yeah, it looks like that. It's from Silk Naturals. It's called Afterglow, and it is meant to be a mineral dupe of NARS's Orgasm blush. NARS are cruelty free, but I doubt that Orgasm's vegan. And it's quite strong, so I'm just putting a really small amount on, which now looks crazy because I put too much on. If you do that, just take your beauty blender and knock it back. For highlighter, I'm using Moonstone by Becca, and I'm using a Bdellium 945 brush to apply a crap ton of it, mainly to this area, so top of my cheek, temple. I put a little bit down the bridge of my nose as well. Not that much though, bloody hell, like a disco ball. And then some on the cupid's bow. And then it's just lips, that's the last thing. And I'm going to mix a couple of lip tiles together. So this is Meta Stained Gloss and this is Zora, and I'm just going to mix them together on my lips. Just a small amount of each. A little bit more. Come on, Sal, don't be stingy. Do I drop something in every video? I'm pretty sure I do. One day I'm not going to drop something and you're going to be shocked. I'm just going to mix them up. Oh, that's a good look. Or not. Okay, I think I need a bit more Zora. That's a bit too red for me. I forgot to bring a lip brush down with me, so I had to find this little disposable one for my bridal kit, which probably isn't vegan. I don't know. This is possibly the crappiest lip brush ever. I give these to brides with a little bit of their lipstick to top up with. Probably use it and are like, God, this is crap. Okay, so that is it for this get ready with me / current beauty and skin favourites. Hope you liked it, and have a great day. Bye.